All right, hear me out. This might sound crazy, but hear me out. I feel like every single live stream that I do, one topic comes up. Where is the Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation Blu-ray? Where is the pre-orders for it? Why hasn't this been announced yet? Well, I have a theory on that, and it's something I came up with quite a few weeks ago. But what if we're not going to see a Blu-ray? Quote me on this, and I'm sure in, I don't know, a year, somebody will come back here and comment saying, this didn't age well, or, man, you're an idiot, they just announced it. But for right now, I have a theory that we will not see a Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation Blu-ray. And if we do see one, it will not be from Funimation, despite the fact that, by all accounts, they technically would be the one that would be publishing it. Maybe under Aniplex, possibly, but probably Funimation. Now, I only now bring this up because I was told that they have the Wonder Egg Priority Premium Edition up for sale now, and when I go and browse through Funimation's website for all their pre-orders, you can see stuff for spring, fall, everything's up there. But there's one title that's missing. Probably easily, if you're not counting things like Jujutsu Kaisen and Attack on Titan, easily one of the most popular shows, whether you like the content or not, one of the most popular shows of the year is not even up for pre-order. It doesn't make any sense. Part 1 aired in winter 2021. It's been long past. Now, yes, I can hear all the arguments. I mean, the first argument is, but Andrew, they were probably waiting for the whole season to air, which the part 2 was in fall. So they're waiting for those two to air before they release it. No. Let's be very clear. And this isn't a Funimation only thing. Technically, Funimation does it more than any other company, but let's be clear. These publishing companies love selling these series as part 1, part 2. Just look at My Hero Academia, for example. My Hero Academia, what do they always do? They'll sell you part 1, which is the first core, and then later on they'll sell part 2. And then beyond that, they'll sell a complete set. There's nothing against them really double dipping on it. They love it. It's great. So with Mushoku Tensei, if they're going to release it, they're going to release it as part 1, and they're going to release a part 2, and they're going to release an entire complete series later on. Now here's the second argument. Oh, whoa, Andrew. They're just waiting for the OVA to come out before they release it. They want to do a full set, and they want to wait for the OVA, which is coming out, I believe, in a couple months, so they can put that in with it. Again, you're talking about a company here. You're talking about a business. There's no way, and even if they were waiting for the OVA to put it in with one of the sets, they'll put it in with part 2. But again, the more logical business way of doing it would be to release part 1, release part 2, and then release a full set with the OVA, or just release the OVA separately. There's nothing telling them they can't just release a Blu-ray that is Mushoku Tensei OVA. People are going to buy it. I am going to buy it. There's nothing against that. So what brings me to this theory? There was two things that kind of connected. One was obviously, again, looking at their pre-order store, there's nothing in there. There's stuff for fall. There's no fall stuff there yet, I think, but there's spring stuff there, obviously. I think there's summer stuff there already. And again, we don't have something from winter, which is literally one of the most popular shows of the year. There's something wrong. Now, here is my devil's advocate. Here's me giving Funimation their due. Like, I'm going to grant them something. There's probably a good chance that it's just a problem with masters. Maybe they're working with the companies and saying, hey, we need this materials, and they're having problems getting it. There's delays. Something's keeping them from getting it done. I can understand that. It's a little hard to believe because, again, it's a winter show, and now we are literally a year out, and that doesn't typically happen. And a lot of that fervor, a lot of that hype is dwindling away. They're losing sales for every day that it's not released. For every day the pre-order's not up, they're losing chances at sales because people are cooling down on it and they're forgetting about it. We're a fandom that loves to forget things literally day after it's done. Like when a season ends, people are done. They've forgotten about it. I mean, I get that with my videos. I do reviews of every show pretty much every season, and they often don't even do very well because people are already hyped about the next stuff. They're like, stop talking about that. There's this new stuff. Go get the new stuff. But my theories against Funimation, this is my big brain theory. This is my crazy thoughts. This is my crazy conspiracy theories that are going on behind the scenes that I have let's make this perfectly clear. I have zero proof of any of this. This is just me joking around and having fun. Let's be perfect. This is just a joke fun video. Let's get that out there. But my biggest theory is what they included in the Japanese release of the Blu-ray of Mushoku Tensei. Really quickly, a lot of talk was around that first, I think it was the first Blu-ray that was released. There's added scenes. And there's one particular added scene with Mushoku Tensei that I don't think Funimation wants to release. This is my big brain theory. I don't think we will ever see a release from Funimation of Mushoku Tensei. And that's because they added an H scene. They added a very explicit scene that I don't think Funimation's gonna touch. I mean, we've seen it with interspecies reviewers. What happened there? Yeah, they had naughty scenes in it, and Funimation said, nope, we're done with this entire series. And it wasn't the same case with Mushoku Tensei. They aired that. They streamed it because it wasn't there. Now that it's in the new masters for the Blu-ray that they would probably want to release, I think they're lifting their hands up. I think they said, whoa, we don't want to touch that. It's got naughty scenes in it. Because Funimation, whether you like it or not, is a different company than it used to be. Now, the argument obvious out there is, wait. They have totally inappropriate stuff in their catalog. They still sell them, but there's no attention around that stuff. Let's be honest, Funimation, as it stands now, is a very pick-and-choosy company. When things get attention, they don't want to have anything to do with it. Interspecies reviewers, if nobody talked about that show, I bet you they would have released it. They probably wouldn't have dubbed it because it wouldn't have any attention, but because it had attention and because it had naughty stuff in it, they lifted their hands on it. So I honestly think Funimation as a company as it is now will not touch those Japanese masters. Now, the final, and this is another one to give to Funimation, maybe they possibly never touch the physical distribution license, which I don't think is likely. Like, they should have known that this was going to be a popular series, and they would have probably grabbed the physical release license. I mean, that seems unlikely that wouldn't be a thing. I mean, that's just you get both of them. But that does leave the door open for other companies. Now this goes into my what could possibly happen theories. This is my next section, what could possibly happen theories. For my first one, it's the one that I started things out with. The first theory that I have is that Funimation will not release the series. They are not going to do a Blu-ray. Funimation as a company will not do a physical Blu-ray release of Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, and it's probably because of the naughty scenes. That's my first one. So we'll never see a release. For my second theory, and this is where it's going to get really, this is going to be a sore spot for some people. Let's just say that. Me personally included. I have it up here. I don't even know if it's on the video. It's up there somewhere. What happened with ReZero? And what happened with technically a lot of other ones like Tsugumomo? Funimation does a Blu-ray release, and we're all excited. Nice package, very expensive. Just Andrew included, buys it up, gets it, sticks it into the Blu-ray player, starts playing it, and then realizes, looks a little grainy. And then yes, you have those of culture that are going, where's that new scene? And then you realize, oh, this is the TV release. The action scenes are a lot more dim on the screen because they're, the TV release, they always like to dim it to prevent seizures and stuff. Yeah, Funimation does a release, but they use the TV masters. They use the streamed masters. The original TV release, not the Blu-ray, mastered, add new scenes and stuff. And then when everybody's uproaring, obviously, because they're upset about it, they go, oh, that was the masters that were sent to us. And then they just wipe their hands of it. Just like they did with Tsugumomo. Just like, that was the masters given to us. We don't care. Because they have no real technical, legal reason to change it. Nothing says in there that you're going to get that version. Just that you're going to get that version. And then my final theory to throw in here, and this kind of ties in with the first theory, is the idea that Funimation either never got the physical distribution license, or they're never going to, is that Nozomi Entertainment, just like we had with interspecies reviewers, Nozomi Entertainment comes in like with the cape on, because obviously superheroes don't always wear capes. Nozomi Entertainment comes in and says, we'll do a release of it. Don't worry, we got you guys covered. We're doing the physical release of this series. We're not afraid of naughty scenes. It doesn't affect us like it does other companies. But that's my crazy big brain theory. Again, mark my words now. Come back and mock me later. I don't think Funimation will do a physical release of Mushoku Tensei, and because naughty scenes, that they go, ew, gross, naughty scenes. Where do babies come from? Naughty scenes. That's that's my crazy theory. I've been boiling over it for literally weeks, and now I feel comfortable finally saying it. And again, a lot of it's based on the idea that we're already seeing pre-orders for summer stuff when that's still sitting there. And I don't think it's because they're waiting to make some big, complete package, because businesses don't do that. Businesses bank on you buying stuff over and over again, and so they're going to release parts. They're going to release separate OVAs, and then they're going to package it. So that kind of sucks. It really does suck that this is even happening, because if it is happening, again, I'm theorizing here, because this has me fearful for the future of the series, because I want a physical copy of the series badly. And I feel like right now, with Funimation holding any rights to this whatsoever. I mean, Sony in general having rights to it. I mean, Crunchyroll technically can have rights to it as well. Just them in general touching this series is that we're going to have problems like this. We're going to have these issues. And now, granted, I am very surprised that we didn't see any sort of censorship in the show itself, despite the fact that, I mean, they did pretty close to what the actual original show was. It doesn't seem like they got involved. But controversies change companies like Funimation. Controversies change companies like Sony. And I feel, even though they're dealing with it now, they're going to wipe their hands of it and step away. But I hope not. I hope not. I hope this is all just dumb. And again, literally tomorrow they announce a Blu-ray and everybody comes back on here and mocks me. So, but we'll see. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, it's mostly fun. Let's just have fun with it and talk about it. Don't get all crazy and attack Funimation or anything like that. It's my big brain theory. And we'll see if it turns out. I hope it doesn't turn out. Because yeah, if the OVA comes out and everything, and we still don't hear anything, I'll start probably getting angry. Unless Nozomi Entertainment comes out and says they got it, then they can save it. I got Interspecies Reviewers, a review copy coming here soon. I get to watch that, so that'll be a lot of fun. But hope you guys enjoy this video. If you did like this video, hit that like button down there. Comment. Let me know what you thought about this whole thing. Do you think I'm on the right track? I don't know, a lot of the chat on the live streams were pretty mad, but at the same time, I don't think anybody refuted it. But subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video if you can. Support us on Patreon. I'll throw our tips link in the description below. We definitely appreciate everybody that does, and y'all take care.